And welcome. We are live. Welcome everyone to Is Your Six Covered? Appreciate you showing up. We got some guests we had on last night, which we'll have some fun. We're gonna jump on in, and we're still gonna find out if the $5 million will get the dog. So we got the real a gun guy. How you doing, gun guy?
You're not getting my dog.
Better known as Andrew. And we got
I'm for
the
sale. How much
other
you give
dog
me? I'll
at
be your
$5 million.
Huckleberry.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money. And we got Ray of the X Ring. So let's get this going here. I don't know. I don't know. We talked about this $5 million thing earlier, and
Oh man,
I gotta say that I think a lot of people are crazy.
give it
That's
up,
all,
dude.
that's all I gotta say. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Nope. So welcome. Appreciate you guys showing up. Ray's over here in a sweatshirt. It's 115 degrees where I'm at, and
I'm freaking freezing. It's 60 something
behind
degrees here.
enemy lines.
And
Yeah.
it's
Can you bring some of that?
115.
Can you mail some of that over? Like, I don't know, 1 day delivery or something? We got a heat wave going on here, so it's not fun at all.
Well, anything below 70 is going to be really chilly for us because we've had a hot summer here. Very hot.
Yeah. That's like how I think I don't know what the max we've gotten in the but like the 85, 86 is seems like what it's been over there. Which I can do. It's 115 I'm having a little trouble with. But Mario, he got first today, so congrats on that, Mario, for being the first to show up. Gagabytes 2020. William Nah, how you doing? Jerry Parker, Carcane, and we got Red Raider, Hitting Steel. What's up, Junior? Robert Warren, Chris Smith, Ronald Wilson, the Shaggy Rifleman plus fives out there. Mano018, 45 Auto, Joaquin Jack Nava's out there, Natalie Dayton's out there. You guys showing up. Appreciate you showing up. We're gonna have some fun. Not sure exactly what we're gonna talk about. Probably talk a little bit about the darn arc. I know Ray got to do some shooting today while I was stuck at work, which wasn't very nice, but it is what it is, right? I mean, heck, if I could have shot today, I would have definitely shot Dave. What's up, DW? Hitting Steel, California. All right. Any news? Any news on the home front? Everybody's good. You're close to psychotic people over there, Andrew. You got anybody walking down the street acting like idiots?
Not in my neighborhood. You'd see me on the news.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. What's up, Davy J? How about your big town of trees there, Mr. Ray? You got any trees running around causing havoc?
All nice and quiet. If they start
All nice
running,
and quiet on the front,
they
right?
start running around. I got a couple steel chainsaws. I'll take care of them.
There you go. That's all you need. Jack wants to know if you got the mag issues fixed.
All right. So
Today.
let's cut to the chase. So today, um, Matt wanted to do a little bit of shooting, and I wanted to do some shooting as well. And took the 6 ARC out there, and he had the MDT all metal mags, which I tried before and I had an issue. But I used it today. He took a brand new one right out of the bag, and it fed 100%. So maybe it's just feed lips need to be tuned or something like that. I'm not sure, but I had no issues with that magazine today whatsoever. And let me tell you, I shot one of the tightest groups I've ever shot in my life today. I bumped the charge up, and I'm shooting 30 grains of CFE 223. Now, I'll make this quick, but I'll explain everything. I've had a lot of people, and there's been a lot of naysayers talking about this 6ARC. Okay, look at it this way, guys. Hornady pretty much standardized Wildcat cartridges. Okay, all of these 6 little shorty, whatever ABC GT things you want to call them, they're just tiny little variations of each other. I mean, they're very, very similar. So by having that support and everything else, I figured why not? The worst case scenario, by putting it into this Bighorn TL3 action, is if I didn't like it, I could have the chamber recut the 6mm Creedmoor, because The 6 arc is such a small chambering, I can still save that and still go with 6 Creedmoor if I didn't like it. And Kenny and I were tossing around a bunch of numbers and everything else, and it was like, well, worst case scenario, if I really hate it, and you might say, well, you got to change the bolt face out. Well, I've got that with the TL3. Matter of fact, I ordered both of them. You don't have to change the bolt. It's just the bolt face. Toolless bolt comes off. So I had nothing to lose by trying it. It has so far surpassed every expectation I wanted out of it. So I loaded up 30 grains of CFE 223. And if you missed last night's chat, before everybody starts saying, well, you need to try XBR and all this other stuff, guys, we know those powders, the velocity range is not going to be near what we need it to be. You're going way above max with 8028 and some of these other powders. The really only choices are Reloader 15, CFE 223, and Lever Revolution. Okay, Lever Revolution probably being the best, but I don't have a lot of that. So the CFE I do, and I figured, hey, why not? Yeah, today I loaded up 30. The group that I showed. Rick, did you see the group?
No, you texted everybody but me. And all I gotta say is hashtag still a Ray.
Yeah, hashtag still a dick. I know. Yeah, unfortunately, I let Rick. Hold on. Turn around. You gotta stand up in the light. Turn around. You talking about that right there?
Oh,
That's
shit.
What up, Sam?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. Now, this is how bad it was. We did some practice PRS stages today, and I waxed the floor. I mean, it's almost like I couldn't miss a shot. And Matt had a 6.5. Now, remember, Kenny's building him a rifle right now, and he's had a hard time deciding between the 6 Creedmoor and the 6 Arc. He's like, I have to shoot that rifle again. He doubled or more his impacts than what he had with his 6.5 Creedmoor, and then he was going to call Kenny and tell him to go 6 Arc, and it's too late. That barrel is already being cut for 6 Creedmoor, and you can't go back the other direction at this point.
No, he could have. He only had,
Well, he had already cut 200 millimeters into the chamber. He would have had to do a lot more work to make that happen. It was too late. It was already chucked up on the lathe, and yeah, it's what it is.
It is what it is. We got
all right. So now you're throwing a wrinkle in my undershorts.
Yeah, he's good at doing that. DW, Bunny Fart Loads is out there. Chris Smith, Brian Duchesne. Got some good questions out there if you guys get a chance to read them. 45 Auto, your friendly neighborhood dealers out there. And hopefully I got everybody I haven't missed yet. Oh, Joey Bender's out there. How you doing, Joey? And Joaquin, I think I said. Mario, Jerry Parker. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. All right, here we go. So first question is, of course, the does it take Glock mags? Got to have that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
basically, for those that missed last night, this is a product we hope to be releasing, and yes, we will have an accessory panel for pistol magazines. We've really put a lot of thought into it. One of the best suggestions last night, and I don't remember if it was Andrew or if it was SoCal, but one of the best things, okay, so I hate this strap, okay? This was something to be just there so we could have it, but I think it is possible if we put QD right here, you could use your own personal sling. And I think, was that Andrew that suggested that? I'm telling you, that is an excellent idea. That way you got a place to keep your sling if you don't need it. You can carry your bag if you do, and it's your own sling. You don't have to buy one. All you got to do is just QD it in.
There you go.
I'm the idea guy. What can I tell you?
You got lots of ideas.
I do marketing for a living. What can I tell you?
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Okay,
Makes
so real
sense.
quick, I'm not neck sizing. What I'm doing is using what I could get. That's a full length sizing die. I'm bumping the shoulders back about 1.5 thou, calling it good. I did pick up some more bullets today. I got some Sierras, because apparently the Sierras, you can go with like the 110s. It has less flat surface, so you can get more velocity. Feet per second, right now I'm knocking on the door at about 2865, 2870. So not quite 2900. If I don't reach 29, that's fine. It proved itself today on the course. I mean, it's solid. It's a great shooter.
How's the wind? Was there any wind, breeze, or anything?
Yeah, it was enough to where you had to, on the 6.5 Creedmoor, hold about 2/10 or so. Yeah, it was gusting today, and it kept switching back on us. So
What'd you have to do on the arc then?
The arc, with that same wind, I was having to hold about 3/10. So, yeah, a little more wind drift, but you know what? You got to deal with it.
How long's the barrel on that gun?
That is a 30-inch barrel.
Holy Hannah. And I thought 26 was going to be sizable.
You won't even notice from
lie.
24 to 26 the difference.
Longest barrel. It's the longest barrel on any rifle I've ever owned. But I really did start thinking about it. I usually shoot a 26-inch gun. You had an 8-inch long suppressor. I'm already there anyway most of the time. Well, you don't typically shoot suppressors on PRS guns, typically. Now, that can change because I do have some of the Mavericks coming in from Area 419. I talked to Craig quite a bit about it, and you get the best of both worlds with that. So we're going to do some testing with that. I'll throw some videos out, and you're starting to see more of those in PRS. Brian Duchesne, I have not. And the reason is, so you guys that are in on this chat, there's only a handful of guys that got on this bandwagon at the very beginning and have 6-arc bolt guns. I mean, Kenny's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's cutting edge, but this is not commonplace to have bolt guns in 6-arc. You know, people are still waiting on gas guns. We saw the benefit. We discussed it. And right off the bat, started working on that. Kenny was already looking into it. MDT knows that we are, you know, testing this stuff. And so they are actually working with Kenny on some followers. And he's also printed out some, I think he's going to send me 10 that will drop right into the mag and solve this issue. He had 0 malfunctions today.
Yeah, that's awesome. That worked out well. Can you show the target? Joaquin wants it. Can you show a picture of it or something?
You know, I'm trying to figure that out because I let Matt take my bag home. Hey, can you text Matt and see if he can reach him? Yeah, let me mic this for just a second.
Okay. Yeah.
When he says that he shot the best group of his life, I'm dying to see what this looks like.
It looks like one hole, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is.
Have we ever? This is a great question, Joey Bender. I've thought about it, but I don't know how much stuff's involved in doing the live chats into the podcast. And we do get quite a few people in here, especially X-Ring when he's doing a live chat. He gets basically twice as many people in here as I do. But it's been really good. It's been growing. People seem to be having fun and learning. So I don't know. Good question, Joey. I appreciate the comment.
Joaquin's got a nice question here that can be somewhat interesting to answer. So,
is full length better than neck sizing? Is full length better in group placement? If you talk to Eric Cortina, full length sizing is what 99.9% of everybody does. They still bump the shoulders and stuff for dirt, wetness and weather and stuff like that, but
2000s.
Yeah. For a bolt gun. Yep.
Yeah, some guys like the neck size, some guys don't, right? Okay, so
I was neck sizing for a while with my 6.5 Creedmoor. So basically started off with Starline brass, 147 ELDs, and 41 grains of Hodgdon H4350, and I was getting really good. I was right in a nice little spot there. and it was printing beautiful groups. And then after, I think it was the third reload, they started getting tight. So
Yep.
that's where I noticed that the neck sizing was working well, but if you're going to use them, I would full length size. That's basically what happened. Is I started noticing it being tight, and I had to go back to full length neck size or full
Well,
length.
All right,
Well,
I've
Ray-
got an update. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
do you one better. Matt is going to join in. He can talk about his experience today, and he has
Yeah, I
my
sent him a
target,
link.
and he can show you. Now, I'm going to preface this, Andrew, because you said tightest group I ever shot. This is straight out of the bag. 5 shots, clean, cold bore, including the first shot. It's in this group, and Matt's got it. So when he joins in, he can show you guys.
Red Raider's got an arc he gets to shoot tomorrow or Wednesday. Awesome, Red Raider. That's awesome, man. DW.
So let's finish the question, Rick. You know, the answer here. Talk about it now that Ray's back in. Joaquin asked a question about full length sizing versus neck sizing, and it's kind of an interesting question, right? I've always full length sized and bumped the shoulders back about 1.5 to 2 thou. I had a lot of problems with neck size brass.
I already answered.
Yeah.
I think he's frozen.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm
No,
listening.
He's talking to you, Jackalope.
Oh, I thought he was talking to you. Okay, so yeah,
My name's not Ray.
I've followed this whole thing with you know,
Chris. No.
yeah,
Eric
you know,
Cortina.
I'm not going to mention names and everything, but if you guys follow,
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
look, there's
Whatever.
a lot of different ways to reload. Whatever works for you, stick with it. You know, I'm not going to say one is right, one is wrong, but all I know is, and I didn't get to hear all of Rick's, but doing the neck sizing, I have run into issues after a while. Okay, you start to get sticky cases. You have hard problems closing them. Not always, but I don't have these issues when I just bump the shoulders back and then just bump it a little more on a gas gun, just giving yourself that clearance. At the same time, I'm annealing every single time. Okay, before I reload it. That is part of it. You guys know that I stay away from reloading content, and there's a reason for it. Everybody's got a different way, and I don't want to get into that. I mean, I'll tell you the way that I do it. I'm not saying it's the right way. It's just it's worked for me all these years.
It's
So, yeah,
way.
Seems to work.
It is a way. That is right.
That's right. That's right.
Talking Rock has a question on the David Tubbs. Really loves his rebated bullets and claims his coatings will extend barrel life. I actually been shooting those with the 6 Creed. Ray actually uses them as well. And I don't know about the 100 feet plus in bullet speed per se. The Chrono, I was getting 29.98 or something like that. So I was right around 3,000. But I do shoot the ones with the coating on it. We printed groups way back when, 4 months ago, and your coated bullets did seem to do a hair better. So I just ended up picking up the same ones, 115 grain David Tubbs bullets.
Yeah, another thing about that rebated boat tail is they claim with that 70-degree boat tail on the backside that it locks the gases off better. That's actually what they claim. I think that's almost verbatim what they state on their website. I actually talked to the guys there asking them about the coating. I was told that you really need to clean that barrel thoroughly before the 200 round mark. He said you don't want it to build up. Because my question was, back from the days when everybody was using Molly coated bullets, if you let that stuff build up in there, you're going to play heck trying to get all that stuff out when you go to strip it out of there. And they said, look, you don't want it to build up 200 rounds. You need to be cleaning that thing. So don't be that guy that's shooting 400 or 500 rounds with it if you're shooting the black nitride.
Here's a fun question. Best AK. I can tell you, I had an IO that I got rid of. Did not like that thing. Kicked like a freaking donkey mule. But as far as best AK, isn't it the not Inferno? What the hell's the name of it? What's a good AK? I can't remember what it's called. It costs money.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah. The Arsenal. I've heard great things about them, but not sure.
I think they're out of Las Vegas. They are pricey, but I hear great things about them. You guys know I'm not a big AK guy, but and to answer the one question, I use a Bench Source, a kneeling machine.
Well, Andrew, you got anything on AK stuff?
Used to build a lot of them, mostly on Romanian kits, and they were always just fine.
Okay.
Look at Carcane's comment. Holy crap, that's good.
What's up, Charles Tiffy? How you doing out there? Carcane says Robert is called the Kaepernick, a kneeling machine.
No. Oh God.
No.
Oh God. Save us all.
That's funny shit, actually. I like it. Oh,
Apparently
by the way,
football.
if you watch professional sports, please don't.
Exactly.
Those stupid ass hats.
I was gonna say they football starts on the 13th, but I don't think anybody really cares anymore.
Screw them all.
Exactly.
What's up, Vanessa? Who else?
I hear him a lot.
Someone's asking about the CD match that Rick and I are supposed to shoot. That's the one in New Mexico. I mean, in Logan, New Mexico, I believe. And that is like the second week of October. I got so many matches. I mean, starting next week.
15th, 16th, 17th.
Yeah, mid-October.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Logan, New Mexico.
You
If
could
everything
freeze
works
your
out.
asses off.
At night.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it before. I know. You wake up in the morning, it's below freezing, and then you're burning up about midday.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Makes shooting weather fun because your dope is changing throughout the day.
Brian Duchesne wants to know if you received the suppressor cover I sent. Or he said.
I have not yet, but I can't remember which address I gave you for that, and I haven't been. I cannot remember which one I sent you, but I haven't been to that location yet to get it or to check and see. I was actually just talking.
Maybe you need to check that mail anyway. So if you go to the post office, 278.
We'll talk later.
Copy that. Another thing to watch for is the carbon ring is more common in the 6mm offering and will spike pressure, Charles says.
Natalie,
This
I
is
was
still
a huge
good shit.
football fan. Was. Yeah.
I hear you. I know I was too. I was a huge Chiefs fan. They won the Super Bowl last year, and I didn't even really give two shits about it, which sucked because I've been waiting like 50 years for these dumbasses. Thanks, Drew. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Nice to see you out there. I will say if there's one guy that will give me a good long comment with a lot of good information in it, you got Drew Bradley, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, Andy Amour's out here. How you doing? Don't forget to thumbs up, you said. Appreciate that. Welcome to the chat. Where else? Where are we at?
Matt not in yet.
Huh?
Is Matt still not here yet?
Nope.
Nope.
He sure is not.
All right, because he said he was coming right in.
Yeah, well, he's probably deciding if he's coming in, kind of like the 6th Creedmoor or the 6th Arc. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe.
That's an inside joke, guys.
I'm trying to talk shit so he comes in here and tells me I'm a dick. That's all. Let's see. I don't know what this says. So hopefully DW put something. Let's see. Anything as complicated or 100 different variations of making around. This would be very expensive for me to figure out the right manufacturer. Just saying.
The screw Republicans.
Damn it, boy. I hear a fox. I hear a fox.
Yeah.
See. I'm done with all professional sports. Pistol Pete says. That's right. Tell him to pack sand, then go find a new job like the rest of us. Dumbasses. I hope so too, Pete. This is a perfect thing. Everybody talks about it. And then I got all these guys that watch football, you know, they're huge sports fanatics, and it just drives me crazy that they're watching those stupid ass hats. Did I tell
Red
you?
Raider, we will be going through your hometown because I flew into Amarillo last time and had to go west straight into Logan. But it was a great time, man. Hoping that all pans out.
I agree, Joaquin. I have not been watching those guys. You should.
All right, Matt's coming in.
I'll see when he pops up, but he ain't popped up yet. I don't know about all that. LOL, I'm always 30 steps behind the 8 ball. If that is a phrase. Hell yeah, that's a phrase. Yeah, Shaggy Rifleman. No sports since 2007. They should have
Nice.
plenty of money. Yeah, if they did it right and they didn't spend it on cars, crack, and heroin and slapping their wives around, they probably will be just fine.
How about no sports ever?
There you go.
I've never watched a football game on TV in my life. Ever.
Yeah, but you're kind of a little weird on that way.
Yeah, well, we know that.
And basketball.
The
Not that
basketball
it's a bad thing. It's just that's pretty. Mateo's out here. Mateo. Hello, hola, Mateo. Hey, look, it's Justin Bieber. Can you hear me, Matt? I hope not. Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Good to hear.
I'm all right.
So my pal Matt Teo is here, and you have the people were asking if you have the Target. You got the Target to show.
Yes, I do. No modifications made to it, just like it was
As a matter
shot.
of fact, you spotted that target.
Yes, I spotted it.
Right out of the bag.
Holy shit!
Oofda.
That's 5 shots.
That's 5 shots.
Guys, the size of that little black dot that you see there, I drew that with a pencil. It's less than half of an inch for relationship.
Lay a dime on.
Yeah, put a dime on it, Matt.
Put a dime.
You could have.
Look at this football field. Black.
Damn it, boy. Damn it, boy.
Sweet baby Jesus. Look at that.
Scotsman's out there. What's going on?
So guys, I probably shot tighter groups in my life, but never right out of the bag. And the cold bore shot and all that are right there at the same area. You know, because typically you're going to have one, that very first shot out of that clean cold bore that's going to be off just a little. This was just driving tacks consistently.
Oh, there you go. Hold on, Matt. So what did it come out at? A 0.1 something or what? Right.
I never measured it because I didn't have the target. I threw it in the bag, and I didn't have
my
one
God.
scale.
You are a pain in my ass. Hey, Matt, you got a ruler? Are you got a MOA, sub MOA app?
Oh, I do not. I don't have sub MOA. I mean, I do have a
The rule.
tape, but I mean, he's got literally
It's just small. There you go.
4 rounds all touching, and the 5th round just splitting off to the side. I mean, it's probably, I'm guessing like a 0.2, maybe smaller, honestly.
Yeah. That's good shooting.
I mean, it's smaller than my pinky nail.
Especially with a cold bore mixed in with that. Wow. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I spotted it. He said, yeah, lower right target. I was like, which one? He's like, that really tiny dot. I'm like, okay, send it. So, yeah.
I love this question. Love this answer. I can do that, but choose not to. Absolutely nothing about this is true. Good job, 45. Yeah, that's some pretty damn good shooting. See what I got to deal with when I go shoot with my buddies? They all freaking shoot lights out.
All right, Matt, give us your perspective on shooting that 6 arc today in a course of fire.
Man, well, as some of you know, I'm getting a 6 Creed built up by Kenny over at Desert Precision Gunworks. And today really had me rethinking that. I was running the old 6.5 in the Maynard stock, and I guess the recoil impulse that I was getting all day throughout unsupported recorded positions, I could not spot my misses at all today, period. And then I ran the same course of fire with Ray's 6 arc, and I improved my hit ratio by like 1 or 2 at the most, maybe just 1. But I could spot where my misses were. Yeah, it had me really second guessing going that 6 Creed round, but I think maybe for me it's just training, just more shooting. But yeah, it's got a whole lot less recoil than the 6.5, and I honestly truly believe that it's got less recoil than the 6 Creedmoor.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I don't know if Andrew, did you even say anything yet? Or did we? Are you going to say anything about anything?
What's there to say? Now I'm trying to decide whether to have Kenny build me something in 6 Creedmoor or 6 Arc.
If you want my input, I mean, I'm so new to this PRS game. I mean, I've had my feet wet with the sniper matches, ruck style matches. I would go 6 arc, honestly. That's what I would do. After seeing what I saw today, Ray's win holds were almost identical to my win holds, shooting the 6.5 almost.
Yeah.
I think. What was your dope at 7 X-ring?
700 yards. I think I was running. Hold on. I think it's still on my hand. 4.5. I didn't have a data card on.
Yeah, he's got it on his hand. I have it on my arm. I'm at 4.
Okay,
so I'm at
give you an
4.8.
example. So, guys, understand that I'm not blistering speeds here. A 6.5 Creedmoor out of Rick's Tika is 4.5 mils. And that's shooting 147 grain. Even when you drop down to a 140, you're still going to be about 5 mils at 700 yards.
I'm 4.95, depending on the weather. At 7.
4.95?
4.9 or 5, depending on the temp.
Okay, well, I said 5. Close enough. I'm off by a tenth. So either way, my point is it's 4.5. So I'm about 4/10 mil less elevation than he has to do in the 6.5 Creedmoor. But there's 0 recoil. So here we go, going ballistic. Kenny's doing a 6 arc build for me. You know, I hate to say we're all jumping on that bandwagon, but man, what's there not to like? You know, it's a standardized Wildcat. You can buy the ammunition right off the shelf, which is actually pretty good speed based on what I'm seeing.
Basically 60 feet.
Yeah, and the projectiles are great. And I'm not having to do all this crazy fire forming and pay stupid money for brass or anything else. You can use 6.5 Grendel brass, resize it. I don't know. I like it. And
hey, Matt, you got something right here on your forehead. Can you get it?
I got something right here too.
I just wanted to see your dope card just on your forehead, you know. Oh shit, 2LXL.
Look at those boxes of XLR chassis.
I know. I tried talking Matt into giving me one, but he wouldn't do it.
All right, tell them how I shot that course today.
Well, in typical X-Ring fashion, he basically cleaned almost every stage. I think he dropped one steel on 3 stages of fire, and these stages of fire, in my opinion, were hard as shit.
They're always hard as shit.
I struggled. I think the first two. Yeah. Silver Fox witnessed. Mini X was there. The first 2 stages, I think I had I had two points on the first, 2 points on the second, and 4 points on the third stage. And yeah, he spanked me, literally. Bent me over.
Yeah, no, I mean, really, in all seriousness, it makes it a lot easier. It does. there's no recovery time. And I had a lot of comments. Everybody was saying, "Oh, you just don't know how to shoot that 6.5 Creedmoor. That doesn't have any recoil." Look, I've shot big guns. This is a different game. Like I've said a million times, you don't know what you don't know. And when you get into these, forget going prone. When you're shooting off of a rounded, smooth barrel and you fire, you're not staying on target with that 6.5 Creedmoor. Right, Matt?
No, and hitting on that,
Unless you're prone.
that X-Ring put out with the 6.5 Creed, the 6 Creed, and the 6 Arc with the scope
Camera.
cam, and seeing the recoil impulse, that was all prone off of a bipod. Today, shooting unsupported, I think a couple stages you only had you had the opportunity of only running one bag. So I could not see any of my misses today, period. And I consider myself a pretty decent shooter, and everything we shot today was so unsupported. Once I fired that round, I had no idea. So I didn't know if I was right or low, left, high, whatever. Turns out I was a little bit right on each one, but yeah, I could not spot my misses at all. And then I shot the same course of fire with the 6 Arc, and I could see exactly where I missed. So it made a big difference. It really did.
If you guys are wondering what that Frappuccino coffee machine sound is, that's some, I think that's someone electric cigarette thing. I don't know.
Sorry
I saw
about
that on there. I don't know if it was even you. The Drew Bradley, when I was doing hand signals, that was just me trying to remember for the camera, like 500 yards or 700, just so I could remember what I was shooting at. So that's the answer to that one, my friend. Charles Tiffy, if 6.5 was so good for PRS, everyone, it jumped up. Everyone would still be shooting them. Yeah, 6mm or some variant. Great point. Ramsey Country's here. What's up, Ramsey Country? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Charles, my 6 Creedmoor, you're right. You have less out of the 6 Creedmoor. You're going to be in the 3s, like 3.8 or something like that. I think on my loading, which is way too hot for Rick's Creedmoor, I think I'm only like 3.5 or 3.6 shooting a 115, but I'm smoking it out there pretty good. When we went out to Utah, I was concerned that I wouldn't pass the chronograph max speed because my loading here is a lot slower than it is when we go out west. And yeah, I picked up another 70 something feet per second.
All right, I got a question from +5. It's a long one, so listen up. Hey, brother, can you ask X-Ring this question and his opinion on this? I'm curious if the 6 Arc, which is 2.260 in length, will have feeding issues since shorter than the 6BR at 2.440, and the 6BR guys claim they have feeding issues, modifying mags to make them work. Supposedly, while George Gardner of Gap made the 6GT at 2.580 to supposedly be the shortest 6 that feeds well from the unmodified short action magazine. I do wonder your thoughts on this, so I'm glad you are testing all aspects of it out. Whew.
Okay, so that was from +5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so +5. Yes, I am having issues with feeding. However, when I used Matt's mag today, right out of the bag, it's an MDT metal mag. Is that correct?
12-round metal mag, yes, sir.
No issues today whatsoever. I had 0. Even Mini X shot it and had 0 issues. So I think it's going to be some tweaking, some tuning. But if you missed the earlier portion of it, MDT is working directly with Kenny on sending him some prototype followers. I know he 3D printed some prototype followers, and he's had 0 issues with those. So he's sending me 10 of those to try out. And I'll tell you specifically what's happening, because I was really paying attention to it the other day. When you put your bolt back, what it does is let's say this is the back, the rim of the case. What's happening is it's sliding down, it's starting to push the bullet forwards, and then it hits on the chamber, and then you're basically pinching the side of the case. So if you come back, it usually pops up and you can go back in. That's the issue. But if it's just not like run it, and I run into an issue, that's a problem. I don't want to show up to a match with a gun like that. So Kenny thinks he's worked it out. Like I said, we'll see what happens when I get these followers. And it doesn't happen all the time, but that's a problem. I don't want it happening, period.
There you go, Matt. Matt, got a question. We got 2 questions for Matt.
Would it be a lot cheaper to slap 6 Creed barrel on my action? Yes, it would. I'm running an older Stiller Spectre action. It's not the complete octagonal one that they used to have. It's kind of got a semi-octagonal shape up top and then kind of round and faceted around the bottom. It did not drop into this XLR chassis. We had some clearance issues. It does work really well on the Mainers style mini chassis, McCree chassis. I've yet to try it in MDT to see if it would torque down and clear. But yeah, I would save a lot of money just having that action rebarreled. But I was fortunate enough to be in the position to basically have a new barreled action spun up, 2 new barreled actions spun up, and I just figured I'd start from there and maybe retire that other action and let it sit off to the side for now.
Hey, Matt, what action is that you chose?
2 Bighorns. One was the TL3.
Oh, wait. Did you say Bighorn? Is it 90 or 60 degree throw?
Oh, man.
What's the AI again, Ray? What's the AI? That
I haven't even shot the AI. It's living in the safe.
Hey, just so you guys know, while he's talking smack, Brownells has a pretty good deal on a barreled action. It's a 22-inch 6mm Creedmoor for $249, you guys, if you like Howas. So I will show this to you. So, if we got information that we can give out, let's do it. So here's this. If you guys are interested, Brownells. It just popped up. So it's regularly $466. Labor Day sale. So if you guys are interested.
Must be a reason they're on
Hey,
sale.
Drew Bradley has a very good comment. And I don't know if he knows, but there's 2 people on this panel that have done that, and that one down there a whole lot. So he would be the one to talk to. We won the military contract on that suppressor, and it was a pain, but he deals with it on a daily basis. That guy right there.
Yes, and it's a pain, and I'm sitting right on the pain.
Yeah, so you might want to try to get a contact or something if you're trying to submit something, because he knows the process. I learned the process, and
maybe he can email you, Andrew.
What's that now?
Maybe he can email you on your YouTube email or something.
It's real easy. It's a.gunguy@gmail.com.
There you go, Drew. You can give him some detailed information, and maybe he can help you out. Man, we're just helping everybody out. We got
sorry to throw you under the bus, Andrew, but I'm going to always defer to the guy that I know that has more experience. And I called you, and I appreciate you helping me out, because if you're going through, when you start getting into SAM's numbers, cage codes, and all this other stuff, it can be a big process. So if you've never done it, it's not so simple.
Wait till you get my hourly rate.
All you guys and your big and horny actions. I mean, just slow it down.
That's right, Ramsey Country.
For the money, I feel like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Ray and I've talked about this even before. I think Ray got his TL3. We both said that for the money, I feel like Bighorn offers the most with the interchangeable bolt heads, toolless everything. I mean, control round feed, mechanical ejector. I feel like they're really hard to beat for the money. I really do.
Yeah. It makes sense if they just would smarten up and make a 60 degree, and I'll be good. I'd have had one.
Probably because they figured out it don't work that well. It's messing me up.
Works pretty damn good. You know what? Don't make me boot your ass out of here.
There's a lot of top people out there to shoot the.
I'm just kidding.
Curtis actions, man. They're great. They really are. I like it.
Hey, on the same topic of smack talking. So this Peter Milan, the South African action
Oh,
shooting or whatever.
Impact or
Impact shooting. He did a skit about the thing we were talking about with the turn the nozzle shit. He put pro shooter versus sniper. It's freaking hilarious. He does a really good job of not making those guys sound like complete idiots. But it was
Do your viewers know what you're talking about? Have you
No.
discussed actual?
no, we haven't talked about it, but I'm telling you because it's freaking funny. So guys, get over there and check it out. It's pretty damn good.
his channel's pretty good. I like it.
I like his channel, yeah, for sure. Actually, Conservative Sniper Hunter is the one that turned me on to his channel. Let's see. I'm speaking as the devil's advocate, but the 6 ARC rifle really beat the 6 Creedmoor rifle, ? Or is it only a money savings reason since less powder barrel life? I'm going for the wind. Not the wind, the wind. So in long distance. So if I need to take the same rifle out to farther distances, I feel like I don't want the ARC because, yeah, I'll have to buy a barrel after a certain amount of rounds compared to the 6 ARC, probably half his time. But I just really want to get good at one rifle and not be jumping around every 5 minutes. And go.
No, okay, real quick. I am in no way saying that the ARC will beat the Creedmoor, 6mm Creedmoor. Make no mistake about that, okay? If you told me that we're going to be shooting a match and they're going to be, if we're going to shoot the Hornady PRC and there's going to be multiple stages beyond 1,000 yards, that 6 ARC is staying home. I'm sorry, it's staying home. I want that extra velocity, that extra oomph. But for everything else, local matches, doing PRS training, anything like that, I'll take the 6 ARC all day long. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
The 6 ARC can reach out. I think you can stay supersonic. Depending on how you're loading your ammo, you're going to stay supersonic out to, 12 or so. Whereas that 6 Creedmoor, you can push it pretty well. I will tell you, that Hornady match, the longer stages that were going to 12 and 13, almost 1,400 yards, I did really well with that on the 6 Creedmoor. Matter of fact, I did better on that than on the smaller targets that were closer. Some of the 600 yards where they had these MOA and a half targets. But the 6 ARC is more of a training tool for me and shooting a lot and having fun with it. Whereas I'm sitting there counting every shot when I'm going to Creedmoor.
Keep going.
Now,
Yeah, Charles knows what I'm talking about.
I killed my video.
I'm trying not to talk about it. I don't want to talk smack about these guys because they're America's badasses, and I give them all the credit in the world. It's just I've seen better communication while we're shooting than I saw. I mean, easily all day long, better than what I saw in that video. So, and I saw people going, "Oh, it was so cool to listen to snipers talk," and I'm just cracking up. So. Maybe somebody else could put it out there, but I'm not going to put it out there because for me, that's not nice because I'm publicly being an asshole if I do that.
Be nice, Carcane. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I put that email out for you because they had asked.
We don't even joke about that one.
Yeah, Ramsey Country 2x2 plate from 6 Creedmoor at a mile. That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love the 6 Creedmoor guys, and I guarantee you one of these days I'm going to take that 6 ARC with factory ammo and I'm going to be able to hit the plate out there at Clinton House at a mile. But I'm not going to have the same hit ratio I would have with that 6 Creedmoor. The 6 Creedmoor is almost a joke at a mile. It's very easy to hit those steels. Like I said, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something that I can shoot a lot. If you guys haven't deduced from this, Rick and I shoot a lot. I mean, multiple times a week when he's in town, and I just can't burn out barrels that quick, all right? They're too expensive.
Yeah, and they're also made of a material these days called unobtainium.
Isn't it cheaper, though, Ray, to just buy barrels and keep buying more rifles?
Well, I'm going to buy more rifles anyway. Why not? You know that. And, the 223 AI, I would have loved that as a
Hashtag.
trainer. But that is now 100% Ella's gun. So I let her shoot the arc today.
okay.
I bring my rifle. I'm like, because I didn't think we were going to be shooting like this. So that is gone.
Why does
That
his
is
rifle weigh 26 pounds? What the heck?
Yeah, you should have seen her trying to lug that rifle around. It was so funny.
Hey, she did good. She didn't. Yeah, she did great.
So did you shoot that? She
Yeah.
shot the 223 AI.
Has what?
So she shot the 223 AI, or you?
No, I didn't take it out there today. So I let her shoot the 6 arc, and she was wondering why I didn't bring her rifle.
That's a damn good question, there, Dad.
Well, she shot the
Well-
223. Okay, go ahead.
Because I was just trying to do some load testing. That was it. I wasn't planning on being there long.
I hear you. I hear you. Uh-oh. It's out there. I think the rifle weighs half as much as she does. Ray's rifle, that 6 arc, with the freaking 5-pound freaking bag on that thing. I tell you what, you got to pay attention when you're picking that shit up. You're like,
Yeah.
you got to
that
grab
is
like
no
every other
joke.
rifle, and you're like, huh! Like, son of a, what the hell?
It's like picking up a brick of gold. You don't think it's going to weigh that much, huh?
That is exactly right. That
Yeah,
one
so
video,
it's a good
Ray never
question.
put the video out because we didn't get a good. We did this really funny intro. I thought it was funny, the Ricky Bobby one, but
Yeah.
you haven't put that out yet because you probably got to redo the other part.
Yeah, I got to redo the other part, but no. So +5 is a great question. If you're looking for something that's 1,000 in, why not just use the 223 AI? Right, pretty much. I will tell you, in my opinion, after
That's what I'm saying.
what I did today, I think that 6 arc is going to be far more superior than the 223 AI. As much as I like it, that 223 AI, most guys are only shooting an 80 grainer. Some guys are messing around with 90s and 85 grains. But that 6 arc, man, you can do 110s, you can do 105s, 108s, 109 hybrids, the burgers. I think it's just going to be a better option.
Got a good question out here. Where'd it go? All of a sudden I saw Sweet Tea in the comments. So Eric, you shiny object in my head. Let's see. Lift with your legs. Nope. Let's see. Ray, would you weigh down a semi-auto 6.5 Creedmoor? Would it help? DW wants to know. DW wants to know.
Ray, well, you took it away. I couldn't see it. Ray, would you weigh down a semi-auto in 6.5? Would it help? Okay, so I'm getting ready to release a video of that F1 firearms, the 6.5 Creedmoor. It's accurate enough. It'll shoot a 1.5 inch MOA group at 100, and that's good enough to ring steel. But I've just never really bought into the 6.5 Creedmoor gas gun game. I don't have a lot of gas guns in bigger calibers or bigger chamberings. I did shoot the 6 arc today in a gas gun. Okay, and it was pretty dang impressive. Isn't that right, Matt?
Yeah, it was.
You're gonna shoot that again when
Yeah.
I get back, right?
I'm going to keep that thing for a little while. If I might try to build one up like that for the Snipers Unknown. That would be a great secondary platform.
You need a 20-inch barrel. I'm telling you, that thing would be phenomenal. I bet.
I was pretty dang
Anyways,
impressed.
so back to the last question.
Okay, so I've heard this before.
The last question was,
Yeah, I've heard this before. I think he asked it the other night. And the thing is, if you're shooting 223 AI, you're going to have the same problem. You're probably going to see that with the ARC, but almost every match that I've been to, if it's a decent match, they're going to have magneto speeds on them anyway. At least that's my experience. If they're running a match and they don't have magneto speeds and they're just using spotters, if you get a bad spotter, you can get a bad call on 6 Creedmoor too.
but the plus to the 223 AI is cheap ammo. You can just throw a 223 in it, and you're not having to. I mean, not that you can't put 6 arc into 6 arc, but price wise, wouldn't you say it's, I don't know, 2/3 the cost instead of the full price?
Yeah, probably so. I'm not going to downplay either one of them. I like the 223 AI. I like the 6-arc. I think I like the 6-arc a little better if I'm actually going to shoot a match. If I'm going to go out there and just bang steals and do a bunch of training, the 223 AI would probably be better.
Yeah, all day.
I'm just thinking for a trainer gun, 223 AI. See,
100%
Matt, now your
agree.
223 AI is already up.
You know,
Oh, okay.
Fun up right now.
Yeah. Charles Tiffy's gasser, 6.5 gasser is about 21 pounds. Man, that's a beast.
That's a hog. Wow.
More
It
for my old gun.
Yeah, Sniper Hunter, that's something that you have to deal with. The BR and BRA is the same way. It's hard to, yeah. You got to have some good spotters on the spotting scopes. Do you have an educational channel as well, Andrew?
I don't know if it's educational. I made a few videos. They suck. I was bored. I was
Gotcha.
bored.
Charles says most everything is 700 and beyond has a flasher. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I like how they've integrated those in. You know, I started integrating those flashers in on 3-gun competitions if the target was beyond 400 yards, and that was a game changer. People loved it. And so I can't imagine that a group would be so, I'm not going to say cheap, but it's cheap enough to where people know, because you do every once in a while you get a spotter that just looks away for just a second and you're like, well, where's my call? I hit the thing. No, I didn't see it. That flasher's instant gratification.
Part 8 Elfster? Holy shit.
We used them out in Vegas, and you could clearly see them flash at a mile, no problem.
Yeah, no doubt.
Are they running those at Clinton House? I would assume.
For the next match, I don't know. They had a collection and sold a bunch of them.
No, for
they
the
had like
the mile.
Oh yeah, they use them on the mile for sure.
Okay.
They use 2 of them on the mile target.
That's a glass of tea, Rick. What the heck?
Hey, don't worry about it. I've actually been using my cup like a normal human being, but
Yeah, you get
that'd
more.
require me to fill it up again. And you know what? I'm lazy bones. Ain't nobody got time for that, man.
Hey guys, another thing too is if you reach out to the guys at Magneto Speed and you're buying a couple for your range or something like that, they'll work with you and give you special pricing. I know that for a fact. I've got Sam here with me right now. When we were doing all the matches, we reached out to those guys and they were very helpful. They do have range pricing. So if you're a member of a range and you want to see them at longer distances, reach out to them. They're super easy to deal with. Great product.
I need a nice tea. That's right, Elster. Elster, you've been slowing down, old man, on the old live chats. I'm taking the crown is getting just golder and golder, man. You better get back on your game, buddy. Get back on your game. Oh, Charles getting a PPC bolt head. Want some fun? Get a barrel for it. Yeah. Any idea on when you may do training sessions again? COVID-19 is still an issue at your classroom site. Yeah, shit's getting out of
actually,
control.
we can do classes. Unfortunately, it's finding the time right now because starting next week, I pretty much have a match every single weekend, and they're 3-day weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's for like the next month and a half. Yes, so
Good.
that's
That
where
means
I'm
we
at
can
with
go
it.
train, Rick.
Me and Matt are going to train while you're out screwing around with stupid.
Hey, I have
sports.
obligations. I don't have a choice.
I need all the help I can
I'm
get.
just kidding. I do too. I do too. Anyone else tired? I'm tired. Hey,
Hey,
Rick.
I always try to share info. I mean, I do. I mean, even Matt will tell you today we were out there with a newer shooter, and it was like, hey, man, I'm not trying to get in your business, but if you want some advice, try this. And if you approach it the right way instead of trying to be a, hey, you need to do this. Don't tell them. Ask them if they're wanting it, because if there's a newer shooter, they're usually pretty receptive on this. And immediately he was like, man, I can't believe what a difference that was. Matt knows. Matt
How
was
about
there.
the last one? How about the last one that we were at the range with? Razor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Wait.
we get
Before
over
you do that, before you tell him, I would like to say that Ray is a huge ambassador to the shooting sport. Always helping people out, but this one was pretty funny. But go.
Well, thanks, Rick. But yeah, I don't do it for any other reason than I just want people to have a good experience with it and not get disgruntled with it or get discouraged. So we go out to the range, and this guy's like, pow, 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 about that rate of fire with a 308 gas gun at 300 yards, and he is nowhere near the target. It's like 5 foot left, 4 foot right.
Oh, don't
2
forget
feet
his
up.
wife is spotting his hits from 30 feet away.
She was 30 feet off to the side, not even
Yeah,
anywhere near
I'm
him.
like, what the hell shit show am I
As
watching?
soon as I around the corner, my spidey senses went off, and I was like, that scope mount is on backwards. He has a long, extended cantilever that was mounted on his handguard, and his scope was coming this way, and it was a 20-minute of angle. So, I mean, nothing was right on this, and I didn't say anything. I just looked at Rick, and I was like, look at the scope. And so Matt shows up, and I'm like, hey, Matt, take one look over there and tell me what you see. What does not fit, right? And he's like, what's up with that scope rail? So in a very, very nice way. Now, hey, guys, let me preface this. The guy was super nice. I'm not calling him out in case he is watching the channel. He actually had a German flag with him, like draped around him.
Blanket.
Yeah, he was wearing a true German flag, right? And I was like, hey, and I actually said, I'm not trying to get in your business or anything else. I said, but, your scope mount is not really mounted correctly. And he was like, really? I'm wondering why I'm having such a dumb problem with this. And I was like,
Was ist
man,
los?
needs to go on the other way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a nice guy. Him and his wife. His wife were nice, but I was just like shaking my head a little bit.
Oh my God.
And like Ray always says, what you don't know, what you know, you don't know, or whatever the hell he says. I try not to listen to him.
What you don't know.
And I was like, there you go.
Piece of shit. I need a Schmitzenbender.
This is bullshit.
Was he schmitting his pants when you told him it was on backwards?
And his wife was funny too, because she'd like try to call out his spots, and she'd be like, just saying weird stuff, and you're just like, oh my God. If you're gonna spot somebody and you're basically it's just you and your partner, try to get behind them so you can actually see like bullet trace and like the hit. Don't be like 30 miles over there trying to figure out what the bullet's doing, because you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Yeah, so let's simplify this even further. Spotting is a learned art. It really is. Okay, you do not want a bad spotter, because a bad spotter will have you all confused, and you'll go through 20 times more ammunition than you would if you had somebody that was spot on. You have somebody that's offset, that is not right alongside of you or directly behind you. What they're going to see as left was actually a right impact, or vice versa, because of parallax error and everything else. And they're going to call it low when it's actually elevation's perfect, but it's going past the target on its side, and they're calling it low because they're seeing the impact 20 feet beyond the target. The more you do it, the better you will get. Rick will attest to that, but try to find a good spotter and try to work out communication where, is it a full target left? Not, hey, you're left, man. How far are you left? 1 inch. Well, is it 1 inch? Like, even though it's 1 inch, where is that 1 inch? You can really confuse people that way. You tell them, oh, just hold left edge. And then, he's off 4 foot to the left. You need to tell them, don't give away the target. Still aim on the target, but maybe left edge of the steel or something like that. Clear communication.
I tell you, I've learned a lot hanging out with X-Ring, especially what's one of the coolest things, and Matt, I'm sure will agree, is like when you have somebody shooting in, you say, okay, you need, you looking through the reticle, your spotting scope, right? And you're like, okay, you need to come up 4/10, and they go click, 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 and then impact, ding, and you're like, yes. You know what I mean? Like being able to help the guy shooting with actual correct measurements, whether it's MOA or mils, depending on, just twist it, oh, no, twist it half a back, none of that bullshit. Like go, okay, you need 2.3 more mils, whatever, right? And then all of a sudden you hear impact because you as a spotter helped out instead of, I don't know, you were shooting high, and that lady was just cracking me up. She's all, I think it's right, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's really good practice. One of the things I've tried to tuck Ray into was actually teaching a spotting, being a spotter, being a spotting class, how to be a spotter, because there's a huge art in that, and trying to learn wind and blah 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 and all the stuff. But that's a whole nother art within itself. The shooting.
Yeah, typically, if you're working a two-man, let's say, and this is an interesting topic. It really is, because my understanding is they're looking at doing away with sniper programs because they're saying there's not a need. Think about technology now, guys. I mean, do you need to risk two guys to do reconnaissance when you can send a drone up, or you can send an unmanned aircraft up to do all the surveillance and recon without having the intel on the ground or risking life and limb for it, right? So I don't know where we're going to see that go, but back in the day, when I say back in the day, typically your spotter is going to be your better shooter, but he's not going to be pulling the trigger, because he is going to be the one that's looking at the wind, telling the shooter when to take his shot, what the wind call is, and that communication is paramount. That's why you had that whole spotter ready, shooter ready, all that crap, because if it's not right and the wind all of a sudden changes direction, you need to be able to make that determination that spotter is going to be the one that's making that call. And when you have a good team, it is a good art form. It really is. There's nothing more satisfying than that.
That's why I was excited when Tony was trying to, Fred Johnson was trying to give you information, and I'm like, nah, it's 3/10 right or something, and you started impacting, and I was like, what would be ideal? Starting out being a spotter first or a shooter first? No, you got to be a shooter, I think.
Yeah, you both need to be really proficient shooters. Both of you. If you're going to start off, be a good shooter. It's like we had today. How old was that kid? 7? Matt? Was he 7 or 8? I don't know if Matt can hear me.
I think he was 13.
Oh, was he 13? So there was a kid there that had never, ever shot a rifle before.
Never. Yeah, never.
Yeah, never pulled the trigger. And he was shooting some 165 Creedmoor. And it was miss. And I was like, hey, if you don't mind, I've got a Tacticam 5.0. If you don't mind, I'll put it on the back of your scope, and we'll Bluetooth it, and we can look on the camera with my cell phone and see exactly what he's seeing when he pulls that trigger. And the guy was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I said, because, I don't want to, I'm not helping you or anything like that. I said, but this right here can really tell you what's going on. And what I thought was going on. He didn't explain the reticle, had one of these very busy reticles, and the kid didn't have a clue. He was like, where the lines intersect? And he was like, yeah, where the two lines intersect. Well, there's a lot of intersecting lines on a reticle when you have something that's like a Christmas tree, which is what he had. It was actually a Trimmer 3 reticle. And the kid really thought he was doing the right thing. And he was like, I think it was 10 mils low. And so it's like, no, come on up. Okay, right there. Stop right there. And it was just cool standing alongside of him and seeing what he was doing. And then all of a sudden, he got it. And he went 100, went straight to 500, and then he made 4 consecutive hits at 700. Never shot a rifle before in his life.
On the man steel or the little 10x18?
On 10x10 on the left.
What?
That 13-year-old kid can kiss my ass.
That's freaking awesome, man. Good
yeah,
for
when
him.
Matt comes, hey, I'm not gonna embellish the story at all. When Matt comes, you ask him how many times that kid hit that thing back to back.
Now,
it was
what was
incredible.
why didn't they just dial it in for him? Or they were trying to teach him holdovers all in the same freaking day?
No. They did dial it in for him at 500 and 700, but he had to hit the 100-yard steal first.
Oh,
and
that's what. Okay.
he had no idea what the reticle was doing
Okay.
or how it worked.
Sniper Hunter Vortex Razor, if you can swing it, Charles Tiffy says. Oh, can you recommend a good spotting scope with the Mill Radian? Well, we used to have a
Okay,
good
so
one until
I'm gonna
people
be
started
very
ordering them and
careful.
had black dots in them.
Okay, so somebody said, Brian Mark said the Bushnell Elite spotting scope. Okay, so there's two spotting scopes I always have with me. One is the Bushnell Legend Tactical, which mine is a perfect example of one. It doesn't have any spots in the reticle or anything else. They have a lifetime warranty, and I think they're less than $400. And it has a Mill Radian reticle. If you're looking for something that's up armored, you can knock around, has Picatinis on it, I'm still going to say, for the money, it's hard to beat that. Now, there were quite a few guys on the channel that on my channel that bought them to try them out. Half of them loved them, said they're great, best bang for the buck. The other half said, oh, man, I've got some inclusions in here. It looks like overspray. Send them back to Bushnell. They get another one back. One said his reticle was kind of twisted. So I don't know if their QC went down. But for cheap, it's hard to beat that. I don't know about anything else in the middle because my other one is a Leupold Mark IV. And that is a great, great spotting scope, but a lot of people don't want to spend $1,000+ on a spotting scope. So there's that. I will tell you, binoculars are probably going to be more helpful than
I was just
anything,
going to say that.
depending on what type of shooting you're going to do. If you're just going to sit under a thing and spot and just, basically give wing calls, things like that, it's hard to beat the spotting scope. But if you're searching for targets, or if you're doing those type of matches, it's going to be hard to beat a set of binos.
Yeah. No, great wording on that for sure.
Yeah, see, Charles Tiffy says Bushnell makes a good spotter with a Mill reticle for $450. At the time, I got mine for $240. It was on a blowout, and then the price jacked up, and they're all hovering around $400 now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it works really good. I definitely like it. I actually like it better than the Leupold sometimes.
And I've heard that before, but like I said, I think I've got a great example of one because the glass is super clear. It's a sealed unit. It has Picatinis on it, so if you wanted to put a dot or something like that to help you line it up, I know a lot of guys do that. I don't do it. I mean, some guys do exoskeletons with laser rangefinders and all this other stuff. But, geez, by the time that happens, you might as well just buy a Leupold.
Diamondback HD 10x50 for $230, but those don't have a mills in it, does
That's
it?
just a set of binos. That's just a set of binos.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it had anything in it. Athlon and Cronus. Jerry Parker says, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate it, Jerry Parker. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do. It should be right down below Andrew's space there, I think.
The trick to being a good spotter is keeping your damn eyes open.
That's true.
And Charles Tiffy says the spotter in a two-man team is the brain and talent. Yeah, absolutely. Which doesn't make sense. He's usually the better shooter, but that better shooter is going to get that first-round hit.
I've heard good things about Athlon, Brian. What power binoculars? See, that's a good question too. Conservative Sniper Hunter, like you could get really crazy, right? But you're going to be packing 30 pounds of freaking glass running around your neck. So there is a sweet spot. I don't know exactly where it is. I know KB, when he was looking into some binoculars, there was a couple options, and we ended up going with the smaller ones just because of the fact that we have to carry them. The
Yeah. So
big
Matt, while you
3000s.
so while you were gone, Matt, I was telling them the story about that Tacticam with the kid, right? How many
Yeah.
times did he hit? How many times did he hit that 700 on the 10x10 steel back to back? If you had to guess,
It's definitely 7 or 8 times.
it was a lot. It was more than 4, but I wasn't sure. But like I said, I knew it was a lot more than 4, just back to back to back to back.
Once he got it figured out, he was dialed in.
Hey, Jabber.
Those kids with their good eyes and their good reflexes and no bad habits. Ugh,
Damn them.
damn them kids.
Charles
Those,
says
those meddling kids.
That's a good point, Andrew. If you can get them when they're young with no bad habits, it's tabula rasa. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's a clean slate, no bad habits to break or overcome. Teach them the right way. Next thing you know, you got a shooter.
Yeah, I think we know this. Mini X.
Case in point.
A parent's dream is for their child to do better than them.
Hey, Ray, we could tell them about all my bad habits. Pistol shooting, huh?
There's a lot.
Flinch master.
You come a long way.
Magazine ejecto master.
Magazine shooting out the bottom like a freaking diarrhea.
B-52 bomber.
B-52 bomber. If you guys ever seen that video, was that a 3-gun match or just some pistol match we were at?
No,
That
that
was
was a
3-gun.
match. That was
Walnut Grove.
Walnut Grove, yeah. I go to seat the bullet or the seat the new mag, and I pull off the freaking base plate. I think that's how it went down. And I was shooting, and they just come dropping out like a freaking B-52 bomber. It looked really cool in the video. I mean, they were coming down staggered. It was like, just all of them just farting out of the end there. It was
I
pretty
think that
good.
was the first time I ever heard you say, "What the hell?"
Oh,
Yeah, that sucked.
hit the button, eject the hull, insert a new magazine, and get going.
That's it. Yeah, I've had quite a few screw ups in my day for sure. The best part is I always show them. I mean, I think learning from people screwing up is probably the best way to learn something.
Sure as hell
Alright,
beats
so-
you doing it.
I'm going to touch on a serious subject here. If you can highlight Brian Duchesne's comment about straight jacket. Anyway, once he gets to that, so the guys at Straight Jacket, when Rick and I met them, they were the most welcome and most helpful group of guys I've ever met. I mean, these guys are really open arms, come to range, come out to the house, and everything else. I did a review of their shop. You still haven't found it, Rick?
I'll find it here in a sec. Oh, no. Man, you must be way up there. What?
Anyway, you're. It's not way up there. It says, "How did you like the Straight Jacket Armory guys? I'm placing a call next week to maybe make an order. I heard they're pretty bad." So this is the thing. When I did the video, I asked them realistically, from the time I order one to the time that it's shipping, how long will it take? And Rick, you were there with me. What did they say a build would take?
I don't know exactly what it was because I don't remember anything well, but it was not very long at all. Like 8 weeks or 4 weeks or
Yeah,
something
it
like
was
that.
about 4 weeks, I was told. So I posted the video. And I don't want this to be taken in a negative light, but I posted the video and a guy contacted me. He goes, "I just talked to the guys at Straight Jacket and they're telling me it's going to be like 2 months." And I was like, "Really?" So I actually called them. I called back up there and asked them. I was like, "Hey, man, I had a buddy that just watched the video and he wants to have a build done. And you guys told him 8 weeks, but when I was in your shop 2 days ago, you told me you can turn something out in 4 weeks." He said, "Well, now, this was not the owner. This was someone that worked there." He said, "That's because that was on camera. We don't ever turn out a rifle in 4 weeks." That, I hate to say it, that pissed me off, okay? Here I am putting a video on my channel talking about an armorer that is going to turn out a rifle in 4 weeks, and I have an employee tell me that, oh, no, that was just because it was on video. That's bullshit. Okay, that pissed me off, and I pretty much said how I felt. I was like, look, dude, I have a feeling I'm just going to pull the video together because, like I said, they are great group of guys, but you can't lie. I don't deal with lying.
Yeah, they were super awesome people. I mean, hands down, great individuals.
Yeah, just tell the truth. If it's 3 months, tell me it's 3 months.
Yeah, it is what it is. You get it when you get it.
So don't call them and tell them that Ray said this, Brian, if you talk to them. But I don't know if they're that backed up or if it's just they're not as quick as they stated that they were.
Yeah, here's good advice from Charles. Shooting distance isn't hard with good data. The most complicated part of it is getting good data.
Yeah.
And Confucius say, Charles Confucius, if he says, it's good stuff. They quoted me 9 weeks on a barrel the other night. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling
guys,
you,
like I
guys,
said,
man, try eagle eye shooting. I'm telling you, you're going to be impressed.
And guys, don't go back to
all
them
day
and
long.
tell them that I said, I'm not looking to make enemies, but be straight up. I think I've said the little adage my mom used to tell me. She was Asian. She said, "Tiger leaves his skin, a man leaves his name." The hardest thing to do is the right thing to do. Don't feed me full of crap. Tell me the way it is, and that's the way I am anyway. Rick knows that. That's why I got the hashtag still a dick.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather always used to say, if you tell the truth the first time, you never have to remember what you said.
Exactly.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, you never have.
Elster has a good point here. Always under promise and over deliver, and then
Amen.
you turn into a hero.
That's right.
Does Kenny do shoulder barrels or just barrel nuts? He does everything.
Both.
Josh Kuntz.
I'll have some fun talking with Kenny to try to put something together. It'll be fun. Now I'm just debating.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still confused. I still don't know when to go with. Actually, I don't have a choice anymore.
Yeah,
And if you guys want
really
to
go. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I interrupted you.
I'm really torn between the 6 Arc and the 6 Creed. I'm really torn.
Do you know how to fix that?
Flip a coin.
No, order 2.
I'll tell you what. I'll order one. You order me the other one, and I'll keep both.
You keep both. That's fair, I guess.
It's a good deal for me.
As long as you give me the $5 million dog. Shibalseki, what's going on? Hey, just so you know, that camouflage pattern chassis is all because of Shibalseki. He said, "Don't rattle can the new chassis." I said, "I got to do it."
He took it as a challenge.
It was a challenge.
Ugh.
So, just to change gears again, I hate to leave questions unanswered. So, a guy was saying he went to a match, and about half the shooters had binos. And someone asked the PRS match. Guys, it doesn't matter if it's a PRS match, a ruck match, go to a CD match. Guys aren't using spotters like you think they would anymore. Binos are really the ticket, especially with all the technology. And Charles Tippy said it best, man. With the technology that's out there right now, it's almost like it's almost like you can read a book for 30 seconds and you're going to hit your first target at 1,000 yards, no problem. It's easier now, and I've stated this before. It's easier than it's ever been. The rifles shoot sub-MOA. The ammo you can buy off the shelf is going to shoot sub-MOA. It's a great time to do long-range shooting.
Skull brings up a good point. You can do barrels if you're not knowing which one you want.
What's that?
Oh, you'll have to have the bighorn action though, so you can change it out. I guess you don't have to.
No, I've got a Remington on the PI for Ella. That's a Remington action, and I've got the Remington swap, the conversion. So if I just want to swap out the barrel, just loosen the nut, tighten it back down.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about going with
for
a
sure.
Remington Action. There's a lot
There
of
you go,
there's
get
a
a
lot
Remington.
of there's a lot of solid reasoning behind using a Remington Action.
AB32 just put out a video on his best 3-gun match. Yeah, I know he was going out there today, and he's really digging it. And he's been practicing. He's been putting in the time.
Charles, he'd hit Kenny up, wanted to talk about a barrel. Yeah, you got to remember he's busy. He does. He works for. I don't know if it's even public knowledge, so I won't say. But then also he does gunsmithing as well. So he's a busy man, and he just got a brand new baby. But he makes everything happen. He's already on Matt's gun. He just finished 2 this week. Did he say 2 or 3, Matt?
He actually had
4.
9. I
Was
think
it 4?
on.
Yeah, I don't think they were complete builds, but he had quite a few ahead of Matt, and he's already at Matt's rifle. So.
Yeah, and I didn't take, I didn't jump anybody in that order or anything. He's building them as the orders came in, and sent me some pictures today of the barrel and all that stuff, and actually had it on the lathe getting the chamber and everything cut. So
Got it.
Doesn't take long when you know what you're doing.
Have a good night, Todd.
no, and he definitely knows what he's doing for sure.
Yep. I have a custom 308 upstairs. It's in the safe. I haven't shot that gun in, oh God, 15 years.
Yeah, I think the Stiller that I have also has a 308 barrel. I actually think it's sitting at 20-inch. It's an MTU Contour Bartlein, and then it got rebarreled MTU 22 or 24-inch 6.5 Creed. So I have both those barrels. I can swap them out. Just have to spin off the other one and torque on the other one. So.
And that was
Yeah,
a
that's
winning
cool to have
gun.
that option.
Yeah,
That was
it
really cool.
came from a winning pedigree, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Good parents, went to good schools.
Dirt
High
Road.
taxes.
What's up, Dirt Road? Yeah, what's cool watching Ray being able to take off his AI and just go from 6.5 Creedmoor to 6 and back and forth within like just a few minutes. I was like, man, that's pretty damn awesome.
Well, Curtis offers the vector action that you can do that with, Rick. It's a hand tight, and then it's got 2 set Allen keys on the side that I think are 15 or 20 inch pounds, and you just tighten them down, you're good to go. Just kind of like the AI setup in a way.
Yeah,
But is
yeah,
it
which is cool.
50 degrees?
You could do that 223 AI in the 6 arc maybe or something. You have to change the bolt face, but
That might be a way to go.
yeah, I can do that, Charles. Just send me a PM or something. I'll send you a phone number. Man, we already been yapping for an hour and a half. You guys just won't shut the hell up. That's pretty impressive.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Today was definitely humbling. Again.
What, getting your ass kicked by X-Ray?
Well, that's every day.
I got to deal with that shit every time I go somewhere with his
No,
ass.
he's more worried about that 13-year-old kid.
I've shot with him for what, 11 years now.
What, since you were a fetus?
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Penis. He's always been a penis.
I've shot with him for so long. I've never been able to catch him. It doesn't matter if it's 22s, long range, 3-gun, slingshot, blow darts. It
All I
doesn't.
know, he ain't that great at darts or ping pong
Oh,
or horseshoes.
I'm talking about shooting sports, Rick.
What do you do with darts? Don't you shoot them at the board?
I don't throw them.
Yeah,
So,
you know the first thing X-Ring's going to do tomorrow, right? He's going to order the best set of darts he can and a board, and he's going to whoop your ass in about 2 weeks.
I don't know.
You know, I thought about going down that path because I used to play a lot, and I said, no, I'm
He
not
hates
gonna do it.
losing. Let me tell you, the man is
Hey, we
focused.
all hate losing. None of us like to lose. Period. Right? Is there a
No,
single
but we're
person?
just more used to it than you are.
Yeah, I've just come to terms. Just come to terms.
Hell, are you talking about?
When I go to a shooting competition,
last?
I go, well, the best I can do is let's see, Matt shooting, Ray shooting, Bryson shooting. Yeah, if I pull off a 4th or 5th, I'm doing really good.
I think you're long range, Rick. It's come a long way, man. It's really an eye-awakening experience for me, that's for sure. Compared to shooting sniper matches.
I'm trying.
You're not first or last, Ricky Bobby.
Brian, there's fires everywhere, buddy. Big one in Fresno just started. One in Ukaipa. Plus all the ones up north. I got bodies stretched out all over the place.
And you're sitting in the office.
Yeah, it's because I'm old and I'm smart. Well, I don't know about smart, but
You're the C word.
yeah.
We call him the Colonel.
Exactly.
Ain't a damn colonel. What's up, KB? I heard you did good on your 3-gun. I haven't watched the video yet. I see you had to drop the video while we're having the chat, you know. Everybody had to go visit it. I'm just kidding. If you guys don't know who Coda Boy 32 is, he's a good friend of ours. He has a very small YouTube channel. Get over and check out his channel.
Hey, John, KB32. By the way, I love that 6-ARC gas gun. That is a freaking machine.
Yes, Ronald Wilson, he is the guy that No, he's just naturally talented at pretty much everything. So if you can beat him at something, like it's a big win. Like you got to take one game of horseshoes and be like, yes, I kicked his ass. I got him in horseshoes. I got one win on him out of 500,000.
Careful, Rick. He'll be out digging horseshoe pits in 10 minutes.
How hell you do a chat almost every hour? KV32 testicles. Oh, tactical. My thoughts on his age. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, they want to know how old you are.
Me?
Yeah.
Take a guess. Won't hurt my
you don't
feelings.
want to do that on this channel. Okay, yeah, everybody, whoever gets closest. Okay, here we go. Whoever gets closest to Matt's age wins a free Is Your Six cover stick.
Oh, I got a bunch of rifles in these bags over here we can raffle off to the closest age.
All right, so whoever gets the right age, Matt, can you see the comments or no?
Oh, shit. He said 4.
You win a free Is Your Six cover stick.
Shit, I got T-shirts older than you, kid.
Yeah, see, you're good, kid. See,
I think lead mining.
We have a winner.
Yeah,
who was it?
it was lead mining.
Lead mining.
How old are you?
31.
31. Yep.
Lead mining. Send
31.
me your address, and I'll send you out a sticker.
Dude, I just went to my 30th high school reunion last year. Oh my God.
When were you born, Andrew?
71.
Oh, yeah, all three of us were born in 71,
Yeah.
Yep.
except for this guy. Yeah, that one.
So let's see. I guess when I met Matt, Matt was working at a gun range, and I brought a bunch of recruits in for some training. And some guys that were going to go through a police thing, and I was like, all right, we'll work with you, get your skills up, and blah blah blah. And so brought him in. That's how we met. He said he was into competitive shooting. We started shooting, and I was like, dang, this kid's got some talent. So we started shooting matches together, and that's how it kind of ended up. We've shot matches all over.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Very good. Oh, to be your age again, kid.
Yeah,
I
so you're good, kid. You're real good, eh?
I can't catch Ray at all. Never will.
Oh, ask his wife about it. His wife gives him
Oh
hell.
no,
She
we don't want to
she
go down
rips
this
him
road.
for he do.
She was just in here and heard y'all's
I
comments.
know she was. I know she was.
Oh,
You can't beat that old man. What is your problem? You
why
can't
can't
beat
you
that
beat
old
that
man.
old man?
I can hear her talking shit through the addition. If you ain't first, you last.
That's right.
That's right.
Matt says, I bet you $5. She goes, she'll ask me how good I did. And then, what did you say? Remember we were driving back from the range?
Yeah, it was the 2-gun or the modified 2-gun match, and what was it? She called asking how the match went great, blah blah blah. And I told Rick, I said, I bet you $5. I'm about to tell her how I did, and she's gonna be like, well, it ain't first, so.
Oh boy.
She pushes me hard, but I think there are some goals that are unrealistic to conquer at the moment. So, yeah.
Would you guys prefer a Night Force ATAC? 1-8 or a Vortex 1-10?
I think Brian Marks asked about the. Hold on. Let me answer the one about the 2-stage trigger. Kenny had actually gotten me one, or had gotten one, and asked if I wanted
Be
it.
right back.
And it's the trigger. It's the Trigger Tech, the new 2-stage, and I love a 2-stage trigger. It's just something about it. I like them, but I have not had a chance to shoot one yet. So hopefully I'll get my hands on one. Like I said, just timing was a little off on that. I had too much stuff going on. I was like, nah, man, you keep it for your build. I did talk to the guys at Velocity today. I think I'm going to be getting some more triggers from them. Big shout out to those guys. Those guys really, they actually donated some triggers for our builds. And honestly, I haven't done enough of a justice because they work great. I've had no issues with them. I wish they went down a little lower. They claim 2 pounds is the lowest. You can get a little lower than that, but you're not going to get it really low.
That's it?
Yeah,
I
2
thought
is the lightest. You can
I
get it
figured
down
they
to
could
about
get it down.
now about 1 3/4, but it's a good trigger. They're going to send me some other stuff as well. So big shout out to those guys. And John KB32 was asking about that rifle. I didn't do any hand loads because the hand loads I had are substantially hotter than what's recommended because they were for the bolt gun and I knew the difference. Kenny and I ran some numbers, and I said, I'm not even going to attempt to shoot those hand loads in it. I'll have to tailor something else for that 6R. It did a 1-minute group, and then from there, you had your data card on the side of the rifle. It was spot on the data, and it was just ringing like nobody's business.
Yeah, you were 1 for 1 all the way out for the most part.
You guys like the Hollow Suns?
Yes.
I've heard good stuff about them. I don't really use them, so I didn't want to answer because I don't. But somebody had asked, where was it? I think it was DW or no, it was TV actually. Asked about the Red Dot Hollow Suns. So what do you guys think?
I've only owned one, and I put it on the 34 when I shot the Bushnell match, and it's still running strong on the 34. I never took it off, and I might end up running that exact same pistol at Snipers Unknown. I've got no reason not to because the Hollow Sun works great. I've got backup irons. If it does go out, I'm not really worried about it. But I've noticed their prices going up and up and up compared to what they used to be when they were first introduced.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like some of the red dots for rifles were getting above prices of, like Trijicani Moros and things like that. And I don't know. It'd be hard for me to say one way or the other on that.
Hey, Hidden, I really don't have an answer. I ordered some stickers. I got them in. I actually bought some to put in people that order the hats. I was going to throw in. There's 2 stickers, but I don't know. If somebody just wants a sticker, I guess I can figure it out. I just want to break even for the most part, maybe $2 or something, or 3 for 2 or something, just so I can break even because losing money sucks.
I'd like to buy one of your skull ones, Rick.
All right, buddy. But that's the answer. You can email me. We can figure it out or whatever. I don't know how far I'd have to mail it, how much it'd weigh yet. So I can't really. As long as I can break even, I'm good with it. But yeah, if you guys want stickers, I can send them. We can talk about it later. Send me an email. Oh, I got some more hats coming, and they are looking good. Oh, and by the way, Ray, 24, and
Yep.
those, and we'll see what happens. And maybe someday you can actually send me the measurements and stuff that I needed. Dick,
Sorry, don't have the hat on. Okay, yeah, I will. So for those
just
that know,
text
I've had
me.
a lot of people
I
ask
won't
about the
remember it
hats.
anyway. Text me.
I've had a ton of people ask me about swag and hats and stuff like that. I won't do it to make any profit or anything else, but that's where he's coming from with it. He sourced his guy that can get the hats apparently cheaper than I can get them. So maybe I'll just start throwing them out there for cost, just to be able to ship them out.
Yeah, it usually costs, right? Pretty much I've sent everything from all the way to California. Oh, so I tried sending Otter. If you guys don't know Otter, he's on here quite a bit. The price to send like 2 stickers and a tiny little patch to Iceland was $23. I'm like, F that shit. I was like, that's crazy. Ronald Wilson, $2 for the stickers and $5.99 shipping. No, these will just come in an instant. The hats do cost right around $5, but that's because of the weight of the box and everything. I think. I got some. Lynn, you were asking about the red ones. I do have some. Actually, I'm doing. I'll just wait till they come in because I want to show you. They're going to be really cool. They're red, white on the back, and the logo is going to be blue, so it'll be a red, white, and blue hat. It should look pretty good.
When you getting back in town, Rick?
I wish tomorrow, but obviously I still got. I'm only on day 2. I got six more of these days of melting in the frickin' sitting on the sun.
Yeah, it's starting to cool off here nicely.
It was 115 today.
Ooh.
I was melting. And it ain't even that hot. It's just when you get used to North Carolina weather, then you come laying on the sun, you're like, what in the F is going on right here?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
He asked the question about the 1 to 10 versus the 1 to 8. I know it's a tough decision. I've owned both. I still own. I own the 1 to 10 now. I do like the 1 to 10, but I will tell you, it is a little milky when you get past 8. It's nice to have the 10 power, but I did notice that. So I think you're going to get a little better glass on the ATAC R.
I'll be back.
I hate the reticle on the ATAC R. The center dot is too big. But if you're not shooting at small targets, it really shouldn't bother you.
I think the Vortex Razor 1 to 6s were super hard to beat for the price.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, because they were blowing them out at one point for like $800 I guess when they started these 1 to 10s. I'm not disappointed in the 1 to 10. I just wish the clarity on the higher end was a little better. Love
that ATAC R is a super spendy piece of glass.
Yeah, it is. It really is. They're very proud of it. Like I said, we bought 2 at the exact same time, sold them both within 2 months.
Did you see what the Marine Corps just did?
The 7 to 35 or no?
No, not that one. They bought a 1 to 6 from Trijicon.
Oh, okay. For the 416s?
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. It's a good optic. They're not the only
It's a
ones
great
running
optic.
Vortex 1-6s.
Not Vortex. No,
Yeah.
Trijicon.
I will tell you that is a combat proven optic.
Oh, well, the Trijicon 1-6, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, not the Trijicon. Yeah, I'm talking about the Vortex. Sorry.
Yes, that too.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of very interesting depth to Vortex that a lot of people don't understand.
That is absolutely 100% unequivocally correct.
Slap my ass and call me Sally when I found out some stuff. Tired. Wow. I'm on travel next week,
I
Ray.
was talking to someone yesterday, Andrew. So after we got off the chat last night, somebody was talking about buying gun parts here on the chat here a minute ago. A buddy of mine in California told me that guns are so scarce there that his buddy just sold his Glock 19 for $1,600.
Yeah.
It is 20 minutes to get in line at any gun store. Some gun stores are appointment only, and there's nothing in the stores. And this is out west, and it's crazy. Yeah.
So let me ask a question. I have a 40 Smith & Wesson upstairs that I've been dying to get rid of. And I take it down to the gun store, and it's like you can't even give away a 40 anymore.
No.
Maybe I might be able to get something for it. I'd have to sell it with no magazines because all the magazines can't be transferred in Maryland. I can own them. I can't transfer them. I hate that damn gun.
+5, no, I've never got into the AMG scope line on Vortex. I know they developed that because it was lighter. And look at that, the $5 million dog.
Yeah.
No. Well, you got a $5 million dog too, huh, Matt?
He doesn't. Caitlin does.
Oh, yeah. She said not even 10 mil.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like a robust heavy scope. I don't mind a heavy scope. So no, and I've never even messed around with the AMGs. I've picked them up, but I've never used one or fired around behind one.
It's supposed to be really nice. I think isn't it a step up from the Razor HD?
It might be. I don't know. I got all my razors at a really good price, so I can't. Beggars can't be choosers.
That's true.
Like stupid good, and you know.
Yeah, that's very true. I saw Conservative Sniper Hunter. What did I pay for the Night Force ATAC R 7-35? I got that.
Careful.
At a very good price through a program. What was it, about 31 plus tax? Yes, 31 plus tax on that.
With the trimmer.
Yeah, with the trimmer 3. I mean, you can get the 7-35 and other reticle options that without that trimmer will adjust probably $300 to $400 difference.
TV actually has a question.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
Oh, TB, come on. Okay, I'm going to chime in on this and tick a lot of people off. Hold on. Rick, what's the best bore sighting tool for 100 yards?
Raise eyeballs.
Okay, so I've used a lot of the old Insight bore scopes. They had the different mandrels for the 50 and the 223, 5.56 and everything else. And I'm not going to lie to you, these guys will attest firsthand. If you can look through your bore, get your rifle steady, adjust your scope, you will get a first round impact at 100 yards on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or even smaller, as long as you take your time making sure that the rifle's settled. Once you get good at it, you can do it in less than a minute. And
I've
don't
seen it
spend that extra
happen
money.
5 times a day.
Yeah.
I'm even getting
Yeah.
good at it. I'm even getting
Yeah.
okay at it.
It is literally 2 shots to dead center bullseye. Your first one will be on the paper, read it in the reticle, second shot's dead on the money.
Yeah.
And if it's not, you're going to fine adjust it maybe by a 1/10 or a quarter MOA on the third shot.
Yeah, that's an honest to God truth. And we do it probably 4 times a week at least. At least. I never met a guy that pulls. When I used to put a scope on a rifle, I would never, ever take it off because I didn't want to have to deal with it. Ray does that shit just for fun now. He's like, oh, let's try this scope out. He puts it on the 2 seconds later, bam. So I've actually gotten pretty decent at it.
I've seen him bore sight. Heck, I think it was one of my bolt guns. Pulled the bolt, looked through the bore, adjusted the scope. 1-inch pasty, 100 yards, center round hit.
Yeah.
Right on.
You usually only take them in 2, 3 or less. It's ridiculous. Me and Matt just laugh at him as he does it. It's stupid now.
I'm decent. I'm good for a 10 by 12 piece of paper with a pasty in the middle. I can get it from there, but he's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, guy's been doing it for how long? Longer than you've been alive, maybe?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like
age and experience will always overcome youth and treachery, kid.
I agree. I think when I first tried to do the whole pull the bolt, or if it's an AR, pull the carrier, look through bore sight. I said, Ray, check this thing for me. Make sure I did this right. I was so far out in left field, he just laughed at me.
Yeah, but it only takes a couple times. Once you get the hang of it, I mean, it's easy. It's solid. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Conservative sniper, I can't answer that question. I do know that the NXS does not command big money around here. I actually sold that exact scope about 1.5 years ago, and it fetched $1,400 in US dollars. Honestly, I didn't even have that near that in it, and so it was just laying around. I wanted to upgrade, and I figured I'd use it for something else.
I don't know what the hell I just hit. You guys still there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're still here.
I got a new computer and I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, Charles moves scopes around at least once a week. Yeah, Shaggy Rifleman brings up a great point. You should name your rifle. You should have a name for your rifle.
What's yours, Rick?
The new one?
Yeah.
It's the Amphibious Attack Lizard. That's what somebody named it for me. And I kind of like it.
I
We
read
had
that comment.
We had I don't remember who it was. I apologize if you're here. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm actually deciding I'm going to try to paint a lizard on the side of it. Remember how I did the claw and shit for the Tika and the whole, Microtech logo stuff? I think I'm gonna get crazy with that rifle. And the worst case is if it doesn't work out, it's going to get wrapped anyways.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, Rick, because we're so close up here to Cherokee and all that, and being around a lot of the tribal, stuff, it reminded me of like tribal war paint or something. It really did. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I'm going to have some fun with it.
I'd bring it up there and let them paint it. That would be cool.
Then it'd be
You
worth
guys,
$1 million.
You guys got an answer to this one for conservative sniper hunter? Oh, Charles does actually. I think. Yeah.
Where is it?
Never mind. I don't know why I got you on here. You guys, I should have just put Charles on here, and he would have. We got to get Charles on here one day. Ramsey Country, it'd be pretty cool. Do you guys have any experience with the EOTech Voodoo glass, Triticone glass? Haven't had a chance to look through them.
Good glass.
I have
I
played a
don't.
lot with the EOTech.
I haven't messed with the EOTechs, but the Trijicon uses very good quality glass.
Yeah, I second that. They do. The EOTech is good. I like it. I'm probably gonna say Trigicon's got better glass.
Well, the Marine Corps just went with the VCOG.
Yeah, is that the one with the battery compartment right below the?
Yeah,
front?
and it's been out a while. I wasn't ever a big fan of that optic. It's a very pricey optic too.
Yeah, it's very expensive. But
Yeah.
for their purposes, it must be meaningful. So that's what they went with.
Freedom. William Wallace. That's the William Wallace rifle too. There you go. I like that. We'll just call it Freedom. Freedom Lizard. The Freedom Lizard rifle.
It's still a dick rifle.
I got one. I have that not the Benelli, but the Stoeger. That's called the BSG. Big slutty gash. Because quad loading. Just saying. That's what happens when I'm at 2 hours. Last time we shot tampons out of a rocket ship, remember? And I got to give kudos to I love getting you guys all embarrassed. You're so easy. Come on. Kudos to Razor JB. He commented at the end and said he commented on the tampon thing. So he actually watched the end. So I do like doing. I've kind of like doing something stupid at the end just to see who makes it this far. And so yeah, the BSG. So if you guys are watching till the end, because we're gonna end this right now, and you put the BSG down at the thing, I do truly appreciate you guys hanging out and having fun with us for 2 hours of madness. So big shout out to Razor JB. I think he was actually using it as a podcast while he was doing what's up, Sam? While he was detailing out his car or truck or whatever he had. So appreciate all you guys showing up, Brooks and Shaggy Rifleman, David J, Lynn Holt, Drew Bradley, DW, Charles Tiffy, Lynn Holt, Shabal. But we'll keep going until these guys want to end. But I always like to throw something, not always because I'm just kind of doing it now, but throw something crazy stupid in there just to see if you guys make it that far. So the Big Slutty Gash shotgun, that's the name of it. There you go. All right, continue. Look at you guys. Hey, who wants to buy a dog for $5 million? Anybody?
Not for sale.
I'll give you 3 dogs for $1 million.
I don't know. You know, the thing is, I wonder. You know, it's easy to say you wouldn't take $5 million. Not talking to you, Andrew, but it's easy to say you wouldn't take $5 million. But if somebody were to lay $5 million in cash in front of you, look, I get it. I get it. It's your dog. It's your life companion. But that will change you, your family. I mean, everyone's life. $5 million for a dog. And someone said it best. I'm not going to call them out. But yesterday he said on the farm, it's part of daily living. You know, it's what it is. $5 million. That would. I don't know how we came up with that number, but that's a lot of money.
That's a whole lot of money.
Well, then you can look at it like this too. The dog does his job, which he has done in the past, and he does save one of your family members from grievous injury or bodily harm. What kind of price tag do you put on that?
Yeah, but you take $5 million and buy 2 of those dogs.
500 dogs that will do the same thing and still have about, I don't
Nope.
know, let's see, at $35,000 a trained dog, that's the average price for right now for a well trained canine. $30,000, $100,000 for 3. You'd have a lot of protecting dogs for.
I got about 40 into mine.
Yeah, 35 to 60, somewhere in there. I mean, especially depends on
So
what
that's
type of
only
dog.
$400,000 for 10 dogs. You still got
guys, stop.
$4,600,000.
Stop.
And I'm
Stop
not a
it.
good mathematician.
No, we're not having this conversation.
What if you
It's
already
not
have,
happening.
what if you already have a boatload of money? And the $5 million doesn't matter? That's right. I mean,
There you go. That's true too.
Oh, there's a good answer. There you go.
Nope. No.
William says,
how much, Caitlin?
okay,
That's magical. That's magical thinking. I won't entertain.
You know?
watch how much easier this question could be. If it was a cat
Free.
for $30, would you give it away?
I want my $2.
I have scars from a cat. You could take it free.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
get so much shit over that cat video. It's 5 reasons why cats suck. Oh my god, I get comments on that every day. It's awesome.
My cat, my Maine Coon, gave me 21 stitches in the arm. Oh yeah.
Those aren't cats. That's
Yeah,
damn
3
Bob.
more pounds and I would have needed a wild animal license. It was like Tiger King all up in here.
All up and in. Yeah. What's up, Texas Bullet?
I'd sell my wife for $5 million.
Did you see +5's comment? He said some billionaire out there has 50 dogs that other people miss. And Lynn Holt says he worked in a bank vault. He said $5 million is like 3 pallets worth of cash.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Nope.
5 million
Man.
reasons cats suck. All cats need to be eradicated. I seriously hate cats.
I don't hate any animal.
Oh, here we go. No animal. Not one. Not one animal, right?
I hate cows. That's why I eat them. But
I like that shit. That's good shit right there.
dude, you got to understand, when I grew up, when I was a kid, my life revolved around a fucking shovel. Okay? I grew up on a farm. I hate cows. I
You had to
hate
pick up cow poop?
Oh. Yeah.
I hear you. They got these things called tractors. They're pretty.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, you got to do a T-shirt, man. The $5 million dog. You have to have like a bionic eye and all,
With a freaking saw attached to the back with a.
Charles Tiffy said, "I'll pay you 10 to take a cat."
Exactly. Davy J says, "I hate mosquitoes."
I like all animals. All animals are good.
Hey, now I know what to
Tasty,
get everybody
too.
for Christmas this year.
Most
Cat.
of them are tasty. Yeah. Man,
I'm a big fan of PETA. People eating tasty animals.
there you go. And last question of the night for everyone out here. If you are going to be a grandparent someday and you're trying to get payback to your kids, what present would you buy your grandkids in order to annoy your kids?
A puppy.
A puppy? I was thinking like a drum set, electric guitar,
No.
like
Puppy.
a puppy. Yeah, that would suck ass. Because yeah, actually, that's a damn good answer. If you guys get a good answer, make sure you put it down so we can all laugh about it. But yeah, if you want to make somebody miserable and they have kids, what would you get them? See, there's a drum set. C6 Squad says. Root beer and Hershey bars. Feed them lots of sugar. Yeah. Yep, a lot of drum set. Harmonica. There you go. That's awesome. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Anything else anybody wants to say before we get out of here? Lawn darts. Holy shit. Those were the good old days.
Those are illegal now. You can't even
that's a
have
kid
lawn
with
darts
kids.
anymore.
Is that everywhere or just in California? I'm assuming California.
Probably just in California,
Yeah.
behind the granola curtain.
That's right. Behind the curtain. Cow farts are polluting the atmosphere. True or false? By the puppy litter.
Yes.
A noisy
What's worse?
parrot is a good one.
Oh, a parrot. Oh my God. There's a lady. There's a lady who's guys, real quick for everybody. There's a lady down the street from me. She leaves her door open. She's got an African gray parrot. The thing has got to be. It's huge. It's just gigantic, and it can talk. It sees my dog come past and it whistles at the damn dog.
$5 million.
Exactly.
And those are smart birds. Those are
I'll
really,
give you $6 million.
Guys, not funny. Completely not funny.
It is freaking hilarious.
It's not funny.
All right. Let's see. You guys have a great night. John Jeffrey, C6, Charles Tippy, Drew Bradley, DW. Who else is out there? Chime in, my friends. Jer Bear Tactical. Say goodnight or something. Lynn Holt. And hope you guys enjoy the fun broadcast. It was fun. Always fun.
Good night, everybody. Be safe out there. Don't get captured.
Don't get captured, and make sure you keep $5 million in your pocket in case you find a dog you like.
Yeah, exactly. Produce the 5 million. Small unmarked bills.
The small unmarked bills. There you go.
Considering it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You show me the 5 million, and then I'll probably still say no. But the big feed is coming with the 5 million.
That's right.
Put your money where your mouth is, motherfucker.
Mother Hubbard's.
Y'all are a
All right,
bunch of
guys. I'm hitting the end broadcast. It was fun. It was a pleasure. Be safe.
Good night, everybody.
Have a great week, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye.